So good afternoon, friends, people. This is Chris from lostfootprints.com. I met him here in Hostel Granada 6 in the Cancun area, and he has a very interesting story to tell us about. So hello, Chris. How are you?
How you doing? Good to meet you, Alex.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Chris, please tell us about your story.
Well, I would say that it started maybe 4 years ago now, May 2013.
4 years,
long time. Yeah, long time. I was working back in the UK in a job that was okay. It was quite good, but I got a little bit bored of the kind of monotonous 9 to 5. Decided to quit the job, as you do.
Definitely.
So I quit, and yeah, I've never looked back since. To be honest, I booked a one-way ticket to Peru, and then flew to Peru and travelled around South America in 6-7 months and had an amazing experience. Met some really cool people there. Highlight of that was going to Galapagos Islands. That was really awesome. Travelled through 5 or 6 countries and then went on to Australia. Spent a year in Australia and again met some great people and I managed to catch up with some work there. Then returned to the UK for a small amount of time to see friends and family, which I always think is quite important to return. And then after that, lived in Madrid for a year. I taught English in Madrid, and shortly after that, went to India and rode a motorcycle around the Himalayas, which was probably the highlight of my life, really.
Super, man. Like what you told us just now in a couple of seconds, just it's the life that everybody wants. To be honest with you, it's
of course
it's the dream life,
And I would say that on that people would consider this to be a dream life, but I do think that it is achievable for a lot of people in the same situation. It's just having the courage to
and the will to do it. If you want to travel, just go travel.
A lot of people are held back by the fear of traveling, and I think that it just takes a little bit of inspiration to make people believe it is possible.
Definitely, Chris. And to be honest with you, you are the inspiration. Please let us know about your best experience in this.
Wow, best experience. It's a difficult question to answer, but I would say that 5-6 months ago I was in India. I met a guy. His name's Choco, and he's from Argentina. And we bought 2 Royal Enfield motorcycles, and we travelled from Delhi to Srinagar, which is in Kashmir, and we basically travelled up into the Himalayan region. Spent 3 months on a Royal Enfield motorcycle, travelling the world's highest road. The conditions were terrible, but the whole experience was just unforgettable, really. It's definitely the highlight of my life.
Super cool, man. And you have a lot of experience in this traveling. You know about a lot of things. Please let us know. Give some advices to mochileros or to smart mochileros, or to all the people that they want to travel. What's your best advice you can give them?
Well, I mean, obviously on the back of the smart mochileros comment, I tend to save money in the UK or work in other countries teaching, and obviously use that method to earn some money to be able to afford the travel. But the advice that I would say is for anyone that's thinking of doing what obviously we live through, is that it's a lot easier than you think. I used to sit back and look at pictures of people travelling and thinking, that's what I want. I want my life to be that way. And the reality is, when you travel, you don't need much money. You can probably live, or you can live travelling a lot cheaper than what you can live at home, especially in England, where I live. And it's just you just need a little bit of courage, really, to take that decision to be able to travel. And I think obviously projects like yourself, projects like
Lost Footprints, of course.
Of course, thanks for that. It's just trying to promote travel and to kind of explain to people that it isn't as scary as people think. It's just a case of booking a ticket and making that decision. So the best advice I could give would be to stop procrastinating and stop looking at photos and make the first step. And the biggest fear I find with travellers is the fact that, especially with solo travel, people are scared to be on their own. But invariably, you're never on your own. You take the first part of the journey on the plane alone, but you're always meeting travellers, and that's one of the positives I would take from the experience.
Definitely. Chris, one last question that I'm asking everybody about it, because of the travelers concept. Please let us know, how do you think travel can bring peace to the world?
Great question. Very good question.
Excellent.
I mean, I would say the first way is that you get to communicate with people from different cultures and different countries. So when you live in one particular country, you perhaps travel, you know, in holidays, etc., you don't really get a good feel of how the world works. But if you travel extensively, you're constantly meeting people from different countries and different cultures, and you're constantly learning about how they live their life. So with regards to peace, it's a case of just understanding people a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I think that the people that travel tend to be very similar inclined. They have the same things in common. And I just think that greater understanding, that blanket of understanding, is a great way to kind of obviously, you know, to deliver peace within the future. And you know, rather than be maybe caught in the bubble that we all face in our own countries, and you read sources of information from newspapers, and you hear misinformation like don't travel to this country because it's dangerous, and it never tends to be that way. You know, you hear stories, you can't go here, you shouldn't go there, but I've been to places where, you know, you're advised not to go to. I've had the most amazing time. And
Like Colombia, I've been as well. Yes.
Colombia was one of them countries that people say, oh, it's going to be dangerous, you know, there's drugs, but that is, you know, such a broad thing to say, and I never felt once like I was intimidated in Kashmir, for example, on the motorcycles. You know, I met some of the friendliest people on my travels in Kashmir, and there was obviously a bit of a civil dispute going on there, and there still is, without getting into the details of that. And I think that's a great way to achieve peace, is just to communicate with people more and spread positivity, and I think travel does that.
Really thank you a lot for this interview, Chris.
No problem. Good to meet
And
you.
don't forget to go on the last4prints.com, his site, and safe travels, Chris.
You too,
and
man.
we wish you will meet, I don't know, another